Bugler, sound. Call to colors. Please stand for the presentation of the colors. Post 387, present the colors. Present colors. The flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two.
There is a large group of men and women in our country who can especially appreciate the extent of the sacrifice and devotion demanded of those serving in our nation's military. The members of this group understand the demand because they were once called upon to make the same sacrifice and to show the same devotion. This group is made up of all our veterans. We honor them today. Our nation honors them. And we thank them for all the dedicated service they showed in answering our nation's call. God bless our veterans. We would not be standing here today if it was not for them and for what they accomplished. May our nation never cease to show its gratitude to them. God bless all our veterans, God bless us all, and God bless America.
America. Shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. America, America.
Our keynote speaker today is Colonel Jim Riley, retired U.S. Army. He was commissioned in the Army from ROTC program at Kent State in 1972. After 30 years of active duty and reserve assignments in air defense, artillery, military intelligence, and psychological operations, he was recalled to active duty to serve in Bosnia as the Inspector General for the NATO base in Sarajevo. In 2006 and 2007, he worked as a military contractor in Kuwait, training foreign military troops in security and intelligence matters. He now works for the same company and conducts anti-terrorism training at the Army bases in Korea, Japan, Germany, Italy, and the U.S. Wow. In civilian life, he is a former Lakewood police officer and a retired supervisor from the Ohio Parole Authority. He's a graduate of the Army Command and General Staff College and Military Intelligence Officer Advanced Course. He has a chest full of medals, as you'll soon see. He and his wife, Kathy, a Lakewoodite, have been married for 39 years, and they have 4 grown children. They live in West Park, and they have 6 grandchildren. I'm honored to present Colonel Jim Riley.
Tom Brokaw referred to the World War II soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marine, Coast Guardsmen as the greatest generation. They had a special courage. They served without question, and when they returned, some left the service and some stayed in the reserves or National Guard. But they all went on to build America into the greatest nation in the world. So, the veterans we're honoring today, there's someone who, at one point in their life, issued a blank check to the United States of America for up to and including their life. It's not enough to call them the greatest generation or the greatest country in the world. We should make certain that their stories are told to the young. We should try and imitate their ideals and their lives, both in peace and in war. And for certain, we'll always be in their debt. Lincoln said this about patriotism: gold is good in its place, but living, brave, patriotic men are better than gold. To paraphrase a passage often found circulating on the internet, it is the veteran, not the preacher, that has given us the freedom of religion. It's the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It's the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to assemble. It's the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. And it's usually the veteran who's the first one to stand up every time our nation's flag passes by in a parade. So now we have the new generation of soldiers. I see a lot of retired friends of mine, Art Flint from the Army and Pete Elliott from the Seabees, and all the veterans organizations here that did contribute to refurnishing, modernizing this fine memorial we have here in Lakewood Park. But I want to thank all the men and women that also make up our reserve forces and our National Guard. For their entire career, they've juggled three things: their family life, their military life, and their civilian job. That wasn't always easy. But what do they all have in common? They all had a willingness to serve and wear the uniform of our great country. We must also acknowledge the contributions that the spouses and families of those who are fighting to defend our great country, the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, they had enough to worry about when they got deployed. The knowledge that someone was waiting for them back home, keeping the home fires burning, managing the house, raising the kids, staying in touch through letters and now emails, all that gave a certain comfort to their loved one in uniform. So, the military rules.